Modeling of EDLC. So waterfall modeling of EDLC. It has four model. One is waterfall model or linear model or interactive or incremental or fountain model. It's not interactive. It's iterative, incremental or fountain model and prototyping model and spiral model. So these are the models in EDLC. What is waterfall model or linear model? It's need statement of need and configuration system boundary, boundary report. So this is the we already saw from previous videos that waterfall model or linear model, it has that need will be come to up to retirement. The need, it will be that's a different uh, how the product will be started. It's look like what are the different phases in EDLC: need, conceptualization, analysis, design, development, testing, deployment, support, upgrades, retirement. So these are the parameters are phase of EDLC. These parameters we discussed previous videos. So these parameters are placed as the structure looked like waterfall or linear. You see the structure? It look like waterfall or linear. What is need? It's a statement of need. And conceptualization, the system, boundary and report. Analysis, that's a requirement and gathering. And design is a preliminary and declared design. And deployment testing. So the testing part will be started from here. That is, the testing, the having that's a validation part, and deployment, the product launching, and support. There are maintain. We have to fix the bugs, the upgrade. So we have to give the product upgrades, and retirement. That's a product disposal. So this is waterfall model. Advantage to redact development in rich terms. It is easy to documentation and easy to project management. It's a good control over cost and schedule. And drawbacks, they assume all the analysis can be done without doing any design or implementation. The risk analysis is performed only once. The working product available only end of the development phase because you won't be get it between means after completion of the product only you will be get the product. And the risk analysis performed only once because the testing part is there are only one place is there's a testing part. So the risk analysis performs only one time. So after completion of risk analysis we doesn't know whether it have any risk or not. Bugs are fixed and corrections are performed only the maintenance and supporting space other than because every parameter having one time, the risk factor is one time. Once it is survived after the risk factor, then you can't again you can't test Finally, it will be go to the market. An iterative or incremental or fountain model. Iterative, incremental, or fountain model. What is fountain? Fountain means the water we can reuse again and again. That every building in front of the building they put some kind of fountain. So the start, need, and then conceptualization, the different phase of EDLC. It present like there is a loop between deployment, development testing, design and analysis. So there is a loop. In case of any problem in testing, we can again after deployment again we can test whether it have any other bug or any error. So it is not just one time checking. It's periodically it will be checked and finally it will be sent to the complete part. So this is look like fountain and the incremental and iterative model. So iterative model it's a heart of cycle software development process and it will overcome the weakness of waterfall model. Also, the waterfall model is repeated over to correct ambiguities. So this above figure illustrate the respective nature of the iterative model. The core set function of each group identified by first cycle, then the first release, the bug is fixed, the modification of the first cycle carried out in second cycle. The process is repeated until all the functionalities are implemented the meeting requirements. So the advantage, it's a good development life cycle feedback and the data can be used as reference for similar product development in future and more responsive to change user needs and provide working product model with at least minimum feature at the first cycle. Know that every cycle it will give some kind of need and minimum requirement and it is minimize the risk and project management testing is compared to linear model is the error is much better, it's reduced. The product development can be stopped any stage with a bare minimum working product. And disadvantage, extensive review requirement each cycle, the impact of operation due to new releases, and training requirement of each new development of the end of the training requirement of each deployment at the end of the reach development cycle, the structured well document interface definition across the module accommodate the changes. The next one, prototyping module. Prototyping module following the approaches, the requirement definition, prototype development, prototype evaluation, and requirement refining. Consider our government projects. Our government products having that laptop. Just take it as example. If they're going to buy, they want to buy 10,000 laptop. That waterfall model, the 10,000 laptop once completed all the um, 10,000 product, then you will get to use the end user. But this one, the prototype model, before start that big large amount of product, you have to give one prototype model to your end user, and they will check and they will find if it is any error, and they will give the feedback, and finally the customer evaluation over, then they give the feedback to production team, then they will change and produce large amount of the product. Spiral model. Spiral model, it has analysis, design, implementation, requirements. So this spiral model developed by Barry Boehm in 1988. The product development start with the product development life cycle is actually involved and determined objective, alternative, and constraints, and evaluate alternative, identify and resolve risks. The third development test. So this spiral model is a combination of concept of linear model and iterative nature prototyping model. So spiral model, it's a requirement and then analysis, design, implementation. So every product, previously I said for exam government project, uh, that is one product you have to show to the customer. Once they are satisfied, then you have to build another remaining product without showing the customer. But this one, every product have to give the customer, and they will give the feedback, then you have to go to another product up to, if you're going to do 10,000 product, you should tell to the user every product, they will be review and give the feedback, then you have to go the next product. So this is called a spiral model. Okay, thank you.